Tonight on News 12 New Jersey, the winds will be whipping overnight, causing temperatures to fall and creating a potential for icy roads. Plus, heavy snow causes the roof of an animal shelter to collapse. How you can help in the shelter's hour of need. Plus, if you commute to the city, it's the end of an era, the MetroCard era. This week, commuters begin a contactless commute. News 12 New Jersey tonight. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kurt Sieglin, and here we are, the last Monday of 2025, and it ends with strong winds and falling temperatures. Meteorologist Dave Curran is here right now with your first forecast.
The month of December going out the way December came in, and that is on an extremely cold note. We're going to be looking at those winds really howling. It's going to be a noisy night, especially at the shoreline, as those winds are just rattling the windows, and power is going to be flickering as we go through the overnight. Wind advisories are going to continue until tomorrow afternoon for every neighborhood here in the state. We've got winds right now that are at about 26 miles an hour. They have been gusting consistently to between 35 and 50 miles an hour, with a peak wind gust earlier this evening at Sandy Hook to 60 miles an hour. 60 mile an hour winds over towards Philadelphia as well. We're looking for those winds right now still anywhere from 25 to 45 miles an hour, and we've seen peak winds again in the 50 to 60 mile an hour category. It is just a really windy night that is ushering in the cold. Bundle up, dress in layers if you're waiting for the bus or the train getting you to wherever you're going. Not only is the wind creating power issues, but it's also bringing in some cold, icy conditions. It was warm today. We saw a lot of snow melt. Any standing water in a parking lot, driveway, steps, sidewalks, that's freezing over as we go through the overnight hours, and that cold is going to be with us as we go through the next really couple of days. It looks like we're going to start the new year off on a chillier note. And tomorrow morning, we've got wind chills that will feel like 10 to 15 above. We'll talk about that and the possibility for some snow for the new year coming up in just a little bit, Kurt.
All right, Dave, thank you. Well, the folks at the Associated Humane Society shelter in Newark pleading for help tonight after a roof collapse displaced dozens of animals. News 12 New Jersey's Jennifer Porter-Real has more on their urgent need for foster homes.
More than 30 dogs are now displaced at the Associated Humane Society shelter in Newark. This after part of the shelter's roof collapsed following this weekend's snowstorm.
The snow accumulation from a neighboring building fell on top of the rear end of our kennels, completely collapsing the roof.
Ender, who was working late Sunday night, heard the collapse as it happened.
Tremendously loud crashing bang. And there was another employee in the building, so I immediately was worried about her safety. So I went running back to look, and I found a complete section of the entire roof collapsed in from the snow all over. You know, the roof all jagged. It was wild.
No animals or staff members were injured. The damage comes as the shelter is already caring for more than 150 pets, making space extremely limited.
The rear end was the end that was damaged. So we have the inside of the kennels, but it's such a small interior area that, you know, those dogs are really cramped in there.
With repairs expected to take weeks, the shelter is asking the community to step up and foster, as they will also continue taking in more animals.
Every dog in the building is going to be available for people to foster. We're happy to place any dog with any family. We have dogs of all different shapes and sizes, good with dogs, good with kids.
Anyone interested in fostering can fill out an application. We have posted a link on our website, news12.com.
2 to 4 weeks is really a blink of an eye when you really think about it. AHS provides everything from food to bowls to leashes and kennels and beds. So it's really a win-win situation for everybody.
In Newark, Jennifer Porter-Real, News 12, New Jersey.
And this update tonight about that deadly helicopter crash in South Jersey from the weekend. The 2 pilots killed, now ID'd. Kenneth Kirsch of Carneys Point and Michael Greenberg of Sewell both died yesterday. The crash happened about 1.5 miles from the Hamilton Airport. Witnesses saw the chopper spiraling out of the air before hitting a field. Just before the crash, the 2 pilots were having a meal together at a cafe inside the airport. It was part of a typical Sunday routine for them both.
They seem to be close. You know, they sit together and they seem to be good friends.
Well, tomorrow, the National Transportation Safety Board will be moving the wreckage of the 2 helicopters to a secure location. A preliminary crash report will be finished in the next 30 days. New tonight, a former Red Bank pastor is in jail, accused of engaging in sexual activity with a young parishioner. Enrique Molina is facing a number of charges. Prosecutors say the criminal sexual activity began 7 years ago when Molina met the victim at his church. At the time, the girl was 14. The sexual contact lasted over 3 years. Prosecutors are asking the public if they have any information regarding Molina's activities to please contact them. And police in Mount Laurel trying to find this white SUV. It was involved in a deadly hit-and-run crash with an e-bike rider. That happened after midnight on Route 73. Officers found Anthony Caprio III of Magnolia dead at the scene. If you have any information about this, reach out to Mount Laurel Police. And in Clifton, police investigating an attempted carjacking that happened last Friday morning on Lexington Avenue. Police say the owner saw a man trying to steal his car. He confronted that person, and then another man came up and pointed a gun at the owner. The two men then jumped into another car driven by a third person. If you have information, Clifton Police would like to hear from you. And getting new details tonight about unemployment insurance in New Jersey for the new year. The State Department of Labor says benefits will increase by $30 to $905 a week. Temporary disability insurance and family leave insurance will also go up by $118 a week. And workers' compensation weekly benefit is going to increase by $40 to nearly $1,200. And the Trump administration is announcing how much money states are going to receive in the first year of the Rural Health Transformation Program. $147 million has been allocated to New Jersey. In all, the program will award $50 billion nationwide over 5 years. Half the money will be split evenly among the states. The other half will be awarded through a point system based on a set of criteria. There is a provision granting states extra points if they agree to implement Trump administration policies. That provision has drawn criticism. Well, if you commute into the city, remember on Wednesday, it's the last day to buy or refill a Metro card. The transit system is fully transitioning to Omni in the new year. Every rider can tap their credit card or phone to pay fares. If you don't want to do it that way, you can still buy an Omni card, and they will work similar to a Metro card. Path riders now have access to new TAP cards. The Port Authority introducing cloud-based reloadable cards, along with what are said to be more user-friendly vending machines. The goal is to try and simplify the commute. You'll find the machines right now at all stations. New Jersey Transit, meanwhile, changing a requirement for its reduced fare program. Starting Thursday, the program will require a photo ID to get the discount. That's specifically for seniors, anyone with a disability, or military personnel. If you have an older reduced fare ID card that does not have a photo, you will have to apply for a new one. Speaking of travel, busy day today at Newark Airport. Many flights delayed over the weekend because of snow and sleet, so it's been a game of catch-up ever since. As of 10 o'clock tonight, there have been 337 delayed flights, 40 cancellations today. News 12 New Jersey's Kimberly Buck at the airport with this update.
While delays are building tonight, it was a smooth traveling day for those hoping to get back home in time for New Year's. On a wet and foggy day, Newark is hoping to bounce back after wet weather slowed travel over the weekend.
It's very foggy. It's really wet and it's leaking. The roof is leaking here, right here and over there.
There's a lot of people here, a lot of waiting around, but overall good.
No, it's not snowing. We feel comfortable. We're just excited to get home.
The holiday hustle and bustle is keeping everyone's spirits bright as folks are making their way back home after time with their families.
I've been traveling all throughout the holidays and there seems to be no major delays.
We came in the 20th. Maybe things have changed a little bit and we're hopefully for the better.
Pretty smooth. We just got here. So we have TSA pre-check, so we're going to get right in hopefully.
Speaking of breezing through security, flyers are expected to travel with their real ID since May of this year. And that could be another reason why the process is running smoother.
For me, I have TSA pre-check and there's like a contactless ID that you can get. So you can just walk right up and you don't even have to take your ID out.
Well, I've traveled with and without. So when I traveled without it, they did like extra testing, kind of, the powder testing, the hand testing, that kind of stuff, like just extra security.
A record 122 million people were expected to travel during the end of holiday period from December 20th through Thursday. That's according to AAA. That's the latest here at Terminal A at Newark Airport. Kimberly Buck, News 12, New Jersey.
And while we were at the airport today, check this out. A Florida woman had quite a scare. Her beloved cat, Coco, escaped its crate at baggage drop. Airport officials luckily were able to track Coco down.
She said, no, just take the cat out. So she opened the top of the little carrier, and then I reached in, and by then the cat took off. And I went to run after it, and then security stopped me because a few alarms were going off. I guess I crossed a barrier where I wasn't supposed to go. And they said, don't worry, we'll get her. And I'm like, okay. But she did have the leash, and thank God.
Happy ending, though. The woman told us it was a Christmas miracle. Her cat was found. Well, World Cup fans just broke a major record dating back almost a century, and all before the first match even begins. Well, ticket demand for next summer's World Cup just broke a really big record. More than 150 million tickets were requested during the random selection draw phase. That's the highest demand in FIFA World Cup history. And to put that number in perspective, it is 3.5 times the number of people who have ever seen a World Cup game in the nearly 100-year history of the tournament. This specific ticket draw will close on January the 13th. Fewer places to get a Starbucks coffee, 400 locations closing. The company blames rising competition in saturated areas, remote work, and higher costs. Starbucks says they're going to focus on fewer, stronger locations and new designs in the new year. It is the season of returns. The National Retail Federation says about 20% of online sales go back. Amazon this year is extending the return window. If you bought something after November 1st, or if you buy something by New Year's Eve, you'll have until January the 31st to send it back. And if you're ready to put away those holiday decorations, Burlington County is getting ready to take your Christmas trees. Residents asked to bring undecorated trees to the county fairgrounds in Springfield. Tree recycling is happening until January the 11th. All trees will be turned into mulch on January the 11th for the inaugural Mulch Fest. Residents will be able to come and take mulch for the home gardens or landscaping projects. And with 2026 just a couple of days away, these are the healthy foods predicted to be trending in the new year. Protein will still be a thing, but add in fiber and omega-3s as well. Plus, foods that support gut health predicted to stay trendy. And then mushrooms. Experts say they support a healthy immune system.
Mushrooms such as reishi and lion's mane can help with stress. They're considered adaptogens, and you'll find them in things like coffee and drinks and added into protein shakes.
She adds smaller portions and mocktails are also expected to trend next year. Definitely make those snowmen while you can. The conditions today wiped out a lot of it, and it did not stop Elizabeth Police, though, from having a town-wide snowman contest over the weekend. The winner would be named the official mascot of Elizabeth Police for the day. You got to have donuts, right? Dunkin' there, one cop or one dressed up like a cop. They came in all shapes and sizes. One was even too tired to stand up. A lot of contenders for the title around Elizabeth. In the end, though, with over 400 likes on Facebook, this was the snowman that won. Very traditional look there. Nice job by all the kids in Elizabeth. And if you want to end 2025 with a laugh, comedian Jacqueline Marfuji Caprio is going to be stopping by Uncle Vinny's Comedy Club in Point Pleasant tomorrow night. She tours the country. You can usually find her in Vegas. But this Jersey girl is home for the holidays, and she says making jokes in Jersey is the most rewarding because we are her favorite crowd.
It just makes you a better comic. You have to step up your game because Jersey people do not give you pity laughs. They only laugh if it's really funny. And granted, I was the host of Magic Mike Live in Las Vegas for 2 years. Those crowds are tough. Drunk, bachelorette girlies, whoo, they're wild. But Jersey crowds, I don't know. I feel like we bring such good energy to the room that it's my favorite crowd to perform in front of.
You can catch Jacqueline tomorrow at 8 p.m. at Uncle Vinny's. And New Year's Eve at American Dream coming up Wednesday. The kid-friendly ball drop will be at Legoland. It is specifically for all the kids who cannot stay up until midnight. It's running from 11:30 in the morning to 1 p.m. Guests can see a Lego replica of the Times Square ball drop. It's made of more than 1.5 million bricks, and party favors will be handed out.
How long did it take to build that?
Seriously, right?
Wow. You know, Lego doesn't have the instructions for that, by the way.
They really
Someone's
don't.
like actually making that up.
This goes there. Yeah,
that's an engineering degree.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a fixed camera looking at Jersey City. Take your Dramamine pills because it is windy out there. Those winds are going to be gusting and continue to be gusting through the day tomorrow. Wind advisories are posted for most of the day tomorrow as winds will be elevated between 30, 40, upwards to 50 miles an hour. There's hints of sunshine in the forecast, but temperatures are really struggling. We're looking for daytime highs only to be in the lower 30s across most of New Jersey. Quick look at the New Year's Eve forecast. It is going to be very chilly. It looks like nighttime lows are going to be in the 20s and 30s. It is going to feel a little bit cooler than that with a residual breeze. And there's an opportunity for some overnight snow showers. I think there's a possibility we could be looking at some snows passing through the tri-state area probably right around midnight. There is some snow out towards western PA and upstate New York. None of that is going to materialize over New Jersey, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of those gusty winds brings in a renegade cloud that shakes out a quick little snow shower, but nothing in the way of accumulations. The big story is going to be about the winds, where the windows are going to be rattling. It is going to be a very noisy overnight, and it looks like the power is going to be flickering. The temperatures are going to be tumbling, and we are going to be looking at a bitter chill that will carry you through not only tonight, but through tomorrow and through the remainder of the week. December goes out on a cold note. 2026 comes in on a cold note as well. Tonight we're looking for temperatures in the 20s. It feels like 10 to 15 above with those winds. Tomorrow afternoon, as I mentioned, hints of sunshine. Daytime high temperature struggle. We're about 6, 7, 8 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of year. 41 is about a normal number. And with that wind, it is going to be feeling more like the lower 20s basically all day long. So we are locked into this cold pattern for the foreseeable future. Probably the next 7 to 8 days, temperatures are well below average. And we could be looking at a quick little flurry here or there, but there is no accumulations out of that whatsoever. However, Wednesday night, going into Thursday, New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, there could be a few little snow squalls moving through, and we'll be looking for those temperatures to remain on the chillier side. So again, it is going to be on the cold side for you New Year's Eve revelers. Temperatures are going to be in the teens and 20s, a little bit of light snow to start off the new year. Temperatures remain on the chillier side.